Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is The Stringer, a new graphic novel from Ted Rall, artist Pablo Callejo, and published by NBM. It's a really interesting graphic novel, and I'm kind of just finished it reading it a little bit ago, and I'm kind of still pondering and really thinking about what it means. So the story is about this reporter named Mark Scribner. It covers his early life and then his going into journalism, and then how journalism got killed. The growth of the internet, the rich buying up local newspapers, shutting them down, people just kind of turning elsewhere for news, the rise of the citizen journalist, which who gives away their information for free and all that. It's a really interesting graphic novel, and just taking on that subject alone, it would be a hell of a read. It'd be a fascinating look at the real world of journalism. Rall takes it to the fantastical level of where does Mark Scribner go from there, and it's you can see the escalation, and it's a hell of an escalation from reporting the news to creating the news to then arms dealing. It's a really interesting role, a really interesting shift of the story that goes from network to war dogs, and there's an interesting theme that runs underneath it that kind of just discusses reality and the impact of technology on it, and the impact of technology on news, and what where we are as a society when it comes to that, and reality versus not make believe, because these things are reality, but the manufactured reality, we'll call it that. There's natural reality and then manufactured reality, and the manufactured reality is this explores is the concept of deep fake videos and fake Twitter accounts that blow up and cause all sorts of issues, taking quotes out of context and escalating situations. And it's a really interesting exploration of the escalation of journalism that reports on reality to journalism that creates reality. And it's a really fascinating read, and having this GPTV and having our blog and all that, it's got me thinking about other sites and what clicks and what doesn't, pun intended, and whether or not there is space for honesty and integrity and real reporting, and not having to rely on manufactured anger and clickbait to drive profits and revenue and get eyes on stuff. I mean, it's really interesting. It's a really fascinating thing. At the base level, it just reminds me of the film War Dogs a lot, and I loved that film. For those who've never seen it, it's based off a real world of two idiots who basically start selling arms and becoming war profiteers. Really good film. The art of this is interesting. I really like the style. It comes from NBM. It kind of has this drawn and quarterly aspect to it. It's really kind of reminds me of some of the stuff I might have read from them. I really like the style, the look. You can see the graphic novel is it's big. It's really large, bigger than my head. This is some of the past. We'll get some of the present. Go with that. And then there's this amazing cover. I really love this cover a ton. Overall, this is an unexpected graphic novel. It's an unexpected story. I kind of went in fully expecting to just read a story about journalism and how journalism's broken, and it's not. It's so much more, and it's a much bigger look at society and kind of where we were to where we are, and partially why we're there. It's much more philosophical than I expected, and it's good. It's really good. So I mean, if you like if you like that concept that I'm talking about, that exploration of a grounded world, and then shifting to the fantastical of creating reality and with like a mix of real world events, like check this out. This isn't one that necessarily makes up locations. It uses real locations and real conflicts, and it's kind of it's a really interesting blend of real and fake, and I like it. I really, really like it. This is definitely one I'm going to have to chew over and think about for quite a while. It would be, I think, really good for like a book night. If you got a book club or something like that, this would be a solid read to talk about that. So go check it out. It's out now in comic shops and bookstores. You can go get it. We got a link beneath this video. It's got you put in your zip code, tell if a shop's near you. No shop, no problem. We'll have some affiliate links as well. They are affiliate links, so we get a small percentage. By doing that, you'll support our site, so thank you. And speaking of support, I want to thank NBM for hooking us up with this really fascinating graphic novel. I really liked it. It's got me thinking about a lot of stuff. And thank you for watching, obviously. You support us and appreciate that. If you're into comics, if you're into graphic novels, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.